Good morning. We are just setting up, so we're going to be with you shortly. We just have a few things to do, so we just want to let you know that we are here, ready to go for another Friday morning show. So we're super excited to be back here, and Dorothy's going to be with us in a second here as well. So if you're tuning in, let us know. And so we can see how you're doing. Say hi. Dorothy, I just jumped on here live.
Oh, I see you started without me. How rude.
Well, it's funny. Someone was like, oh, I really like how, so on Instagram, sometimes we struggle to figure out how to turn it off.
Oh, yeah.
So someone was like, I really like how you left that on after. So, because everyone is like, oh, your videos are so perfect. And I was like, that was actually a mistake. But I thought since that's appreciated, then maybe you want to see more of that.
I don't know. You mean off-camera stuff?
Off-camera stuff.
Yeah.
Those pictures didn't come through, unfortunately.
To the email?
Yeah.
Oh, I had a bunch of pictures. I don't know how to make it go through. It's slightly irritating. I'll be honest. I'll try turning it off and on again. But if you have an iPhone and you know why pictures don't email sometimes, let us know. Because that's a constant issue, aggravation, struggle for us when we go to our photo album on our phone. We email them to ourselves. They don't always come through. So then we're like,
why aren't those coming through?
Why aren't they coming through? So if you know how to fix that, it might be like, I don't know if it's a settings issue, if it's a connection issue, I don't know what it is. But it happens to us on a regular basis. Yeah. So if you have that figured out, let us know.
Let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm going to set that up on Instagram as soon as you turn that on.
Okay.
What are we talking about today?
Well, today I thought we could just talk about our travels a little bit.
Sure.
So, is that what you would like to talk about? Give me a little bit more enthusiasm there, Drew.
Don't you want to talk about that?
Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about our travels. We have the adventures of D&D right here. All right, so let me set up here on Instagram. So where do you want to start?
Well, let's start at the beginning of our travels. So Drew and I came out to the East Coast to visit family, and it was kind of a mad scramble before we left, getting everything ready, which is usually how it happens with the both of us. So there's lots of things to do before you leave. We had to get all of our protein set up and everyone in place for training and everything like that. We're actually here about 3 weeks. So it was a bit longer than normal that we're away. So there's lots to take care of. So finally, we actually took a red-eye flight this time, which was interesting. But we were so exhausted on the flight that was nice because we just slept the whole time. And the first day that we got in, that was... well, it wasn't my birthday yet. The next day was my birthday, but we got in on my birthday eve. And Drew had actually arranged with my family a surprise birthday party. So he did a little surprise birthday party for me on that night, which was fabulous to see friends and family and everything right away. Because usually it takes a while to see everybody. Well, not takes a while, but a couple days maybe. And this time it was like, bam! Saw everybody right away.
Yeah, that was nice.
Mm-hmm. I talked for a long time. Now your turn.
I was just setting up. Yeah, it's great. It's always nice to see family and friends. So it was pretty cool that everyone was there right away as soon as we got here. Because usually it takes a while to set everything up, and it takes a while to get everyone's schedule aligned. So that can be a challenge. So I suppose right when you arrive, it can be challenging because you don't get a chance to see family as much as I do, or maybe as much as people that live close to their family.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty cool that everyone was there and we got a chance to visit with them right away.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then from there, what would we do? Oh, we wanted to drag in some pictures of the of your little birthday thing going on, but that didn't happen.
Sorry, guys.
Dorothy's a little disappointed about that.
I get so frustrated when it doesn't work, when the technology doesn't work, because it's great when we have it, but then when it's gone, it's so frustrating. So I don't know why that's going on, but I wish that we could figure that one out. But oh well.
What can you do?
What can you do?
So we're live here. We come in live every Friday morning. Those of you that may not have seen our show before, so we come in and talk about different health topics. So right now, what time is it now?
Here?
Yeah, right now it's about
10:30 where we are right now, and normally when we're back home and we do the show, it's 7:30. So with the time difference, it makes it 10:30 here. Still back home though, it's still 7:30.
So we come in at 7:30 Mountain Time and then 9:30 Eastern Time. So we you can join us here
10:30 Atlantic Time, right?
10:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just said it's 10:30 here.
Oh, well, they didn't know.
I'm just looking at our monthly membership group, and I want to see if we can drag any pictures on.
Maybe we could do it that way.
Yeah, because we always share our adventures with our membership group first, and then sometimes we share otherwise.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can make it happen here. Not sure if that's going to work out, but there's so much going on. We
have a lot of posts that goes up in our monthly membership in a day. So if you try to backtrack and find posts from a week or two ago, sometimes it's difficult because we got so much going on in that group. It's excellent. It's a great group. We put up, our members put up quotes and they put up pictures of themselves working out. We put up daily workout, like Drew and I posted daily workout video. We post our meal plans in there, and it's just a great supportive community. We're in there every day talking to each other, and questions are going up every day. And it's interesting too when we post a question or a question gets posted, because it's like a community or a group effort to find the answers for each other, to support each other. It's not just Drew and I with the one answer kind of fits all. It's everybody coming together and putting in input and supporting each other. So it's awesome. We love our monthly membership. We feel so fortunate we get to wake up to our members every morning and be with them on their journey. It's the best.
That's right. Very fortunate.
So Drew did find some birthday pictures. I just don't know how you'll share them. Did it work? Hang tight. No, you have to screenshot it maybe.
Oh, I could screenshot.
You could screenshot it. I just saw Vanda pop in here. Hey Vanda, good morning. Vanda's in our monthly membership and always has great things to share. Did you know she's a stepping machine?
Vanda, how many steps are you stepping? Right, how many steps today?
Just one picture, I think. Drew's good. But we were just talking about my birthday celebration about a week ago. And so Drew's just getting some pictures ready here to share. But after...
Ginny popped in here.
Oh, hey Ginny.
Ginny's on Instagram. Hi Ginny, thanks for checking us out on Instagram there. Is this one of them? Oh, this is just a happy birthday.
A decoration. So they had the house all decorated for me, and it was so nice.
Let's see what else we got.
Was the cake one? Yeah, it's my little niece there, Lauren. It was so cute because she loves the birthday song and singing happy birthday, and so she wants it to be her birthday. You know what I mean? She wants to blow out the candles and have everyone sing. So anyway, she helped me blow out the candles there.
Good morning, Shauna. Shauna's joined us in here. Let me pull that over there. Hi, Shauna. Thanks for tuning in. And Shauna is part of our monthly membership as well as Vanda. Vanda said, "What's up?" good morning.
Aw, thanks for tuning in, Vanda.
And then we have,
And you know what's super cool? Look at Vanda's profile picture is of her in Dallas. And Vanda and Dallas Man, the monthly membership. The True Form monthly membership, where friendships form. Healthy friendships form.
There you go. May's in here. Good morning, May.
Hey, May.
And
Thanks for joining us.
Davis Clark just jumped in here. Good morning, Davis.
Hey, Davis.
So we have lots going on this morning. We're on Instagram. Whoa.
What happened, Drew?
We lost.
This is the real deal.
We lost the charger.
I got it.
We lost the charger.
Oh. You know, I have to say, Drew is smelling very florally this morning.
I'm not.
I'm like sitting beside him like, woo! He's using this moisturizer. It's a little feminine.
I usually use non-scented, but we are traveling a bit, and that was borrowed. Amber said, "Good morning. I'm here for a bit." Good morning, Amber. What
are you doing on your week off?
What are you up to today, Amber? We see there's quite a few people here tuned in. If you're here, let us know so we can say hi. So we can, if you have any questions, we'll drag it on to the screen. Instagrammers, we're on Facebook, facebook.com/trueformlife. And we have a bit of a better quality
on Facebook.
And we also drag questions or comments on the screen.
Yeah, so we're talking this morning about being on holidays, being on vacation, and we just kind of wanted to share some of our highlights of our East Coast trip with you guys. And I think, if you have a question about how to stay healthy while you're on holidays, or how you can get your workouts in, or whatever, feel free to ask us your biggest maybe challenge, or ask us any tips or tricks that you might need some help with while traveling. One thing that Drew and we like to do while we're on holidays or vacation is to try new things, activity-wise, I suppose you'd say. So
I'm not there yet. You can talk about kayaking?
I want to talk about kayaking.
I'm not there yet.
Well, get there faster.
Do you want me to share some of these pictures, or do you think we've shared enough?
I think we shared enough of that one.
Okay.
Of my birthday. I want to move on to kayaking.
Okay. You're just flying by. I got a video of us kayaking.
So, first of all...
Brandy's in here. What's
up,
Brandy?
Hey, Brandy. So okay. That's one way to stay active while you're away, is to try new activities. So we are on the East Coast. Of course, there's lots of water.
Lots of trees.
Lots of trees and lots of water. So one of the things that Drew really wanted to do while we were on the East Coast is kayaking. We've done it before, and we were in a double kayak, and it wasn't probably the best for us to be in the same kayak together.
Bad idea.
Because, I'm too, I don't know what the right word is. Tense. That's a good word. And when I'm tense, I maybe like to have a bit more. I'm very particular. So I was in the back of the kayak and Drew was in the front, and there was a little bit of discrepancy going on
where we should go,
how fast we should go. So I like to go slow.
What direction?
Yeah.
Who's paddling? It was a nightmare.
So that was our first experience kayaking before, not this trip. It was a different trip, and it was in the ocean, so it's wavy. And anyway, it's a whole different thing, kayaking in the ocean. But this time we borrowed my brother's single kayaks. So we each had our own kayak. There's two kayaks.
Singular.
And it worked out so much better because Drew just could do his thing and I'd do my thing. I'll go nice and slow and he could do whatever he does. A whole lot of splashing going on.
Okay, wait. I'll get some pictures going on. Just let me mention here, we're going to be giving away a physical copy of Detoxify Yourself. So if you stick around till the end, we'll see who's in, and then we'll do a random draw. Okay, this is a 30-day meal plan, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and GMO-free. Dorothy just did a really awesome video, actually.
Thanks, Drew.
So if you haven't seen that, we'll put that up soon. But this is week 2, for example. Can you guys see that? That's the beginning of week 2. And then we have grocery shopping lists there.
So you can actually take the book to the grocery store with you because it has the list in there for you.
Yeah, and then we break down, each day we break down exactly what you're going to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So again, if you stick around, we will mail this out to wherever you are if you win, and you get a free detoxify yourself.
Detoxify
So
yourself.
you need to stick around till the end to enter that draw. I'm talking
Did
here.
you like that? Detoxify yourself.
Okay, and then I wanted to do
I
something
think I
else.
should make a jingle.
Oh, I tried to get you to do a jingle. I actually started working on the audio version for Detoxify Yourself. And Dorothy was supposed to do a jingle for me, but it never really happened.
If you would like to help me with my jingle. That's all I got so far.
So let us know if you've tried kayaking in the comments, because we're curious to know if we're kind of the only ones that just got to it, or if that's kind of a regular thing. Now, check this out.
Hopefully it works.
Yes.
Oh, yes! Look at me! Look at me kayaking. I was very timid.
So those of you on Instagram are actually sharing a video of us actually kayaking on our Facebook live feed here. So this is the river, right?
It's a river.
And it's very
I think
peaceful.
it's this bodies of water a little confused sometimes. I'm like, that is not a lake, Drew. That is a river. That is not the ocean, Drew.
Oh,
it is a river.
Stop kicking that
I
off.
kicked it off again. Anyway.
Let's play it again.
It's just short.
It's just a quick little clip.
Of me kayaking. It's a big feat for me. Is that how I say it? A big feat?
Music's plugging over there.
I just won't kick it anymore.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know how to get rid of the video after it's done playing.
Click on us. Huh? Nope. See, thank you for being with us while we learn. Well, that one has an X.
That's going to close that one.
Ah! There we are. You did it. How did you do it?
I don't know.
So kayaking was a new adventure, but a very great way to stay active while you're away. So if you have a kayak adventure that you'd like to share with us, or if you have done kayaking, let us know. We'd love to hear your stories about kayaking or canoeing or whatever it may be. I know Cindy, I don't know if she's tuned in this morning, but Cindy, one of our monthly members, goes, how do you call it, on the skis? When
Water skiing.
Water skiing. Oh, I don't know how I lost that one. But she goes water skiing, and there's all kinds of like water sports. And it's funny because Drew and I love the beach. We love, it's our favorite place to be. But neither of us are huge water people. So it's
We like being close to the water more so than being
in the water, on the water. But one thing that we'd like to try this summer is paddle boarding.
Oh yeah, stand up paddle.
Stand up, yeah. So, just tried surfing too.
We've got a few people in here. Nikki. Hi, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki.
We were just talking about our adventures and how to stay active and healthy during our adventures. We actually got a chance to bump into Nikki, and she came up to us and was like, hey, I know who you guys are. I've watched you guys on social media, so that's very cool. Thank you for introducing yourself, Nikki, and tuning in today.
Yeah. Shauna says, pull Shauna's comment over.
Yes, ma'am.
She says, Dave and I enjoyed the double kayaks. Must have worked out a lot better for Dave and you.
The double kayaks?
Didn't work, yeah. I don't know if you were tuning in earlier, Shauna, but Drew and I, when we tried the double kayak, didn't work out that much.
So that's like two people in one kayak. That's the double one?
Yeah.
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 You'll have to, maybe Shauna was more relaxed for her kayaking experience.
This is me in a kayak.
And then Vanda said just canoeing. Vanda, tell us in the comments here what you guys did for your canoeing.
Yeah, for your canoe trip.
I'd like to know.
Yes.
And then Nikki here, do you want to read this one?
Went kayaking last summer while visiting Victoria. I loved it. Similar situation though. My teenage son was in the front. He's stronger than I am and wanted to go very fast. I know. I don't like going fast either. I am a very slow motion kind of person. I am.
It's true.
And I have to like get comfortable with the situation before I relax. So, and Drew just like goes. Like,
2 feet.
Like just goes. And
All
I'm
or
like, wait. It's not the perfect conditions.
I'm not ready yet.
I'm not ready yet.
Vanda said, sup, going to try to stand up this summer. Ooh, nice. You going to try to stand up paddleboard too, Vanda? My goal this summer is to surf often. I'm very excited.
I'm excited for you. I'm going to tell them my goal.
I didn't get a chance to get into mine.
My goal this summer is to do roller skating. Drew's a little scared for that one.
Dorothy's going to be like the grown adult with like looking like a 4-year-old with like elbow pads, helmet, knee pads, and she's just going to be going down.
I first have to find some roller skates. I'm hoping that they will have some at the thrift store when we get there. So we'll see. I hope that I can find some, but maybe like on a Kijiji or something like that, they would have some too, or a yard sale or something. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled.
May said, on Instagram, May said, I only like to sit on the bench.
Beach,
sorry, not in the water.
Yeah, we're like that too.
Yeah. And then we had Shauna. What did Shauna say in here? Want to read it?
Yes, Shauna was the photographer and Dave doing all the paddle work. That's a nice
Funny how it works out like that.
Yeah.
I would like to sit and do nothing.
No.
While Dorothy paddles.
Oh,
We'd be paddling all over the place.
I kind of paddle in circles.
It'd be dangerous.
Don't I, Drew?
You're dangerous. And then what did Vanda say? Vanda said canoeing in, how do you say that word?
Algonquin.
Ooh, nice. Algonquin. Let's leave that one alone.
In the park.
Oh, before I met Steve. How long ago was that, Vanda? I thought you guys been together for a long time. I bet you have been. And then Vanda also said rollerblading. It's so fun. Do you have rollerblades, Vanda?
Ooh.
Do you have some suggestions for us?
I'm getting roller skates.
Oh, roller skate. Oh, she said rollerblading.
But it's the same, but different.
Dorothy wants the old school skates.
The skates.
Yeah. So then, what else did we do? So after we went canoeing, we pretty much jumped in a car and went straight south. Yeah,
so my mom has a little Mini, and she lent us her little convertible Mini to drive down. It was supposed to be it was supposed to be like an 8-hour drive to get to where we were going on the Cape, but it ended up taking a lot longer because you have to stop. Drew has to stop a lot.
What are you talking about? What does that have to do with anything? I do not have to stop a lot. Dorothy just makes these things up.
It's actually me. I need regular breaks. So, but anyway, we just took our time. And, I think it's important because we are all, not just Drew and I, but as people, we're always rushing to the next activity, from one to work, to home, to wherever we're going, or if we're on vacation. There's usually everything's packed in on your holiday. And I think it's important to kind of take a step back while you're on holidays, or just in your general daily agenda, to just take some time and just relax and let go of that schedule. So Drew and I went down to we drove down, just no schedule, just when we get there kind of thing. If we want to stop, we'll stop. And we did. We stopped at a bunch of different places, and we weren't on the clock. A lot of times Drew and I feel like we're racing against the clock, or we're racing against time. It can't, it's a vicious circle. So it was nice. We just would stop for lunch, or when we were hungry we stopped, or we're that seems like a cool place. We were actually driving by, going through Portland, and we saw Whole Foods. And we're oh man, that is a ginormous Whole Foods. Let's stop there. So we stopped for an hour, just wandering through Whole Foods and checking out all of these yummy, gorgeous foods.
Yeah, they have a salad bar and they have a big fruit section. They had a liquor section, which is different in Canada. They wouldn't have liquor in a grocery store, but and we don't really drink much. But it was interesting to see. And so we actually on the way back we actually stopped and had a salad there at their salad bar.
Yeah.
And we got this giant kombucha. So
giant. It was like this big.
Yeah, literally. I have the bottles here somewhere we kept. But so that was pretty cool. I got some pictures here I wanted to share with you. It's pretty cool. So I have family on the East Coast, and so does Dorothy. And we always kind of joke. We're like, we wish we had family in California because we travel there often. We're like, well, make it even easier to be there often. But then we wouldn't get a chance to visit the East Coast and see all the things that the East Coast has to offer. So we're pretty fortunate to have family here as well. Now let me drag some pictures on here. And I'm just going to jump over to screenshots, and I want to show you some of the beautiful pictures we took. Those of you that are on Facebook, we also I'm pulling these off of Instagram. So
Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pulling these off. I took screenshots of Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And so if you're on Facebook, you can check us out on Instagram for more pictures that we posted. That's just Drew Tadia or True Form Life on Instagram. And Instagrammers were pulling these over from. You've probably seen these already. So here's a beautiful sunset of the East Coast, and that's just it's a bit different than the West Coast. It's rocky, the water's a bit colder, but it's really cool. Like it's a different type of lifestyle, and it's a different environment. And even though the weather is a bit different, the people are different. So it's really cool. We had the chance to experience both.
And it kind of goes along with what we were talking about slowing down. So taking some time to enjoy a sunset or a sunrise and just relax with family with no agenda, no time, just let go.
Mm-hmm. And I was kind of messing around here. This is actually, our family has a beautiful place right on the water. So we were playing wiffle ball with the kids. So I have a couple cousins who I really actually haven't even met before. And we got a chance to play with them, hang out and play. And it was really cool because, I think as you get older, you start to appreciate family more and you start to want to be around them a bit more. So this is really cool. I got a chance to play with them and spend some time with them. And I think more than anything, time means more than anything when you look at how much we have, how much, the things that we have, the things that we want, the things that we feel like we need. But it's really time that means more than anything.
And you know what that's kind of another way we like to stay active as well. But what was neat for me with the wiffle ball is that I was never into, I think I probably shared this before, but I was never big into like the team sports, like the baseballs, the basketballs. I was more of an individual. So that's how come I really enjoy running, right? It's an individual sport. But so I was very, like everyone's playing this wiffle ball and I was just sitting back watching. And Drew was like, come on, Dorothy, come play with this wiffle ball with us. And I'm like, no, that's all right. I'll just watch. But he kept poking me a little bit. Come on, it's fun. And I really was too timid to do it because it was outside my comfort zone. But then once Drew peer pressured me, or
in a healthy manner,
encouraged me to go do it, and I just let go and did it. It was so much fun. So I think that's something to think about as well is about, when we're timid or uncomfortable to do something new. Well, if you push past that uncomfortableness, there's so much goodness on the other side.
Yeah, and I think that goes back to what we're talking about with being active while you're traveling and trying new things, like us trying kayaking, for example. Like Dorothy was a bit scared.
I was.
And she was nervous. And I said, well, it's not going to be any fun if you're stressed out and too nervous to do it. Or if you're kind of making yourself do something like that. But if you could open your mind, I suppose your mindset and be more open to trying new things, I think you would find life much more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to grab a couple things here. Vanda was talking about Whole Foods here. I could spend an hour. Yeah. We could easily spend more than an hour in Whole Foods too, Vanda.
Yes.
And then Shauna was just talking to Vanda here. She said I love browsing there too, reading labels and seeing what's available. Absolutely, it's great to see what kind of. We always always go to health food stores and see what's really healthy, because many times you go to health food stores and it's not healthy. They just say they are.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that we like to do as well.
Yeah, you know what? Another thing we really like about Whole Foods is the. I guess I don't know how to explain so much, but the people that work there in general are happy, right? And you can go ask somebody, where do I find, I don't know, give me something. Where do you find something?
Kombucha, we asked.
Where do you find kombucha? And they take you right to the kombucha. Like, they're happy to help. And sometimes in more conventional places, it's like, oh, maybe in aisle 3, and you're like wandering around aimlessly, or people might not be so happy to be there. So we really enjoy that about Whole Foods, and just, I think it's just, yes, it's more, like, costs
Sure.
more, but the quality of not only the food is higher, but of the service as well.
Well, it seems like, I mean, you get what you pay for. Like,
right.
We've been to other higher end type of grocery stores, and it seems like they care a bit more, and it seems like their management's a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So they say, I'm sure their management says, take them to the aisle.
Right.
Because if you go to a lower end type of grocery store, they'll say, oh, it's probably in aisle 6 on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Great. So you're wandering around aisle 6, and if it's not there, then what happens? You have to go find someone else.
Someone again.
So they actually walk you there. They said we're looking for coconut water, and they said, can you help us find the coconut water? And I think that's another important tip, because many times we go to a grocery store, especially a new one, while traveling, and we're not sure where stuff is.
Yeah.
So you're kind of wandering around aimlessly, unless you're at Whole Foods and enjoying the experience.
Yeah.
But you're wandering around and maybe frustrated because it takes you longer than usual. Mm-hmm. So just ask. Like, we always ask. I always ask. Like, Where is this? Because they'll tell you right away. So those higher-end grocery stores, they take you exactly to it and answer your questions for you, as opposed to saying, oh, it's down there. Good luck.
Yeah.
Shauna just said time is so precious.
Mm-hmm.
No question, Shauna. It certainly is. I think we appreciate that as we get older. Yeah, it's just the fact of the matter. Mm-hmm. When I was younger, I traveled the world for 10 years, and I didn't really. I never got homesick, to be honest with you. Sorry, Mom. I was focused on what I was doing, but I mean, I was never worried about what was going on at home or what I was missing out on. And I think now, as we get older, we're both wondering, like, what's our family doing, or what are our friends doing, wherever that may be.
Yeah, and I think too it comes with like the little people, right, the babies, because they grow, like, because I have 2 nephews and a niece now, and they just grow so fast. So you realize, like, how your time is just, you have to enjoy, like, every little moment, because for us, like, we only see our family on the East Coast twice a year, maybe, if we're lucky. So you know, the next time you see them, they're going to be at a whole different stage. So you have to really enjoy that moment, or those moments.
I want to grab this. So this is us driving down. Prepare yourself. This is us driving down to.
The moment that you speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon, just like a tall balloon.
Go back to this thing.
There. So that was us enjoying the top down.
We like
in the convertible.
We like to blast Frank Sinatra. What's your favorite music? Let us know in the comments what your favorite type of music, driving music maybe.
We go through, like, different stages along the way. Like, it was a long time in the car. So we had a little Frank Sinatra stage. We actually listened to audiobook. We listened to Dan Millman's Peaceful Warrior audiobook. What else did we listen to? We listened to a little bit of rap.
have
that's fun.
I have an old iPod.
Old, like the first iPod ever made.
It's not that old.
It's pretty old.
It's pretty old.
And it has all his like music from
Years ago.
It's a little rap on there. Yeah, but so like throughout the drive, we were listening to different styles of music, and it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun for sure. We're going to be giving away Detoxify Yourself, so if you stick around till the end, we'll be giving away we'll be doing a draw for a Detoxify Yourself book. So we'll ship that out or deliver if you're local. If you stick around till the end, we'll do a little draw.
Do a little draw.
Nikki said, very fun. Yes, absolutely. We had a blast, Nikki. And then, okay, so from there, we ended up in Boston. And it was awesome. Like, we've been to New York a handful of times. We love New York City. It's loud. It's
New York. Very loud.
A lot of people. And some people say it's kind of dirty. I would say Boston is the exact opposite of New York in many different ways. But it's like it's like, for me, it's a mini New York.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how small it was. I thought it would be jam-packed with people similar to New York.
No.
But
I didn't really have any expectations of Boston, so wasn't really surprised because I didn't know what to expect.
So we walked around this park, and it was called something Square Park?
No, something Boston Commons, maybe?
It was like
something?
a mini Central Park. It was beautiful. There was one part that was kind of open to the public, and it didn't look like they were doing much maintenance. It just looked like a regular park. And then there was like these gardens, and it was like beautiful. Like,
the public gardens, yeah.
And it was clear that they kept it up. They had flowers. Everything was trimmed, and it was. I guess they had weddings there while we were walking through, and it was beautiful. So we got a chance to visit Boston, and it was like a regular city. It wasn't like a New York City where there was like a billion people trying to squish on one street. There was a lot of people walk around the park and walk around the streets, but it wasn't jam-packed by any means.
We often wonder when we're in New York, we're usually there around Christmas time. That's just usually how it works out for us to see family. But, like, there is so many people. So we often wonder what it's like in New York, like, when it's not a holiday. Like, when it's not summer, when it's not Christmas. But we don't know that.
No, I'm sure it'd be similar, though. I think there's always tons of people. It's not in a place like New York.
Yeah.
Like, New York's just a giant city. It'd be like going to Tokyo or Paris. Wouldn't Paris be jam-packed?
It's very jam-packed. It's huge. Paris is huge.
Let's see. Read this one.
Anyone traveling with me is fortunate to have their own personal mini concert starring me. I like any music I can sing to. I am the same way. I love singing to the music in the car, but I don't always know the words. And sometimes I just make them up.
She makes them up.
She's like, that's not the words. I'm like, I don't care.
She's just singing away. Any kind of music in particular, Nikki? Let us know if there's just a favorite. Like for me, if I said the first favorite, I'd have to go with Sinatra. So, what would you say?
I like country.
You like country?
I like singing to country. I do.
We got Chantel popped in here. Hi, Chantel.
But I like all kinds of music too. Like Nikki, there's just anything you can sing to. That's the best.
Anything you can sing to?
Yeah.
All right.
I tried to rap, but I'm not very good at it.
Oh my gosh. It's not anything you want to experience. Those of our listeners, our viewers out there. Shauna said upbeat Christian music. I'd be interested in hearing some of that. And then, okay, this is I grabbed this on. I edited this photo in Instagram. So if you want to check this out, I had a really nice write-up. Oh no, I put this on Facebook too. Anyways, this was a
sunset.
Thank you. A sunset on the East Coast. So that's Cape Cod, and that's just a beautiful house. Looked like a perfect house. I don't know if it gets more perfect than that. I suppose it depends what your preference is, but I just thought, wow, that's a great picture. And then I wanted to show you one picture we got a chance to meet.
Passed it.
Kristen.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, so Kristen, she's from the Good Witch Kitchen. And Kristen's awesome. I had a chance to meet her. She came on for an interview on Exploring Mind and Body. And I feel so fortunate. Like, we travel the world. We got a chance to meet Dan Millman. We met Drew Ramsey in New York. We're going to meet some publicists. We met Kristen. I feel like we're super fortunate because we can travel the world and basically find people that I've interviewed in some way on the show and sit down and have tea with them. Or we walked through the park with Kristen, and she talked about just talked about Boston, what it was like to live there. We talked about all kinds of things. I think many times you visit a place and you don't really get a chance to feel it, a feeling of it. You just kind of feel like a visitor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to feel like a visitor or a tourist when I'm going places.
Mm-hmm.
I like to feel like a local. I want to go to local spots, not tourist spots.
You know what was interesting? When we actually were in contact with Kristen before we got to Boston, we said, hey, we're coming through. We only have a few hours. Do you have any suggestions of what we should do? And she was the one who actually directed us to go to the gardens and to the park and this little coffee shop for a tea. And, just those connections. I feel so fortunate to have those connections that we can just, say, hey. And then actually we invited Kristen. We said, well, why don't you come with us? Come for a tea. And, it feels so nice, or you feel blessed that these people take time out of their day to come and see you. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh, she'll be working. She won't want to, come in, right? Because you have things going on. It's last minute. But she, took that time out of her day to come and see us, which was really nice. We really appreciated that.
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, I know what it's like to live in a big city where when I was living in LA and everyone just wanted to stop in whenever because it was LA. But it's challenging because you have your regular job and you have your regular life. So it was really nice she took that time to visit with us. So Vanda said, gotta go. See you, Vanda.
One less for the draw.
That's what Vanda said last week.
Last week when somebody had to go, Vanda said that. One less for the draw.
Thanks for tuning in, Vanda. We'll see you in our monthly membership group. Mm-hmm. Nikki said Billy Joel is always fun. Mm-hmm. Is that someone that you would sing to?
Probably.
Dorothy grew up listening to music, like all kinds of different music. I don't know if my family is all that musical. Like, we didn't listen. I listened to some oldies music with my mom. We listened to some country music. I'm not a huge country fan. I love old school music. Mm-hmm. But Dorothy could sing to, if you put on 10 random playlists, Dorothy could sing to 8 of the 10 songs. It's crazy.
I was a performer in my past life. I know it because it's in me. And as a kid, I was in drama club, and I just loved to sing and act, and I just know it that there's somewhere before this time I was a performer. Dancer. I think I was a triple threat. A dancer, a singer, and an actor. I think I was.
Dorothy says it all the time. You know what's funny to me? Shauna said the book will be handy for the trailer. Mm-hmm. So thanks for leaving, Vanda. Is that what you meant? You know what's funny to me is that everyone was someone famous in their past life. You know what I mean? Not just you, relax. I see Dorothy getting all defensive, but no one was like, I think I was a peasant in a past life. Or no one was like, I think I washed someone famous person's socks. They're all like, I was Alexander the Great, or I was on Broadway.
Drew, you were a writer.
Could have been a writer, I'm sure.
He's a writer now, but I mean, what do you call it?
An author, a writer,
poet.
I was a
philosopher.
I was a great philosopher.
Yeah. What do you think you were in a past life? Let us know.
I'm sure I was a peasant in the past. Shauna said, I would definitely sign that book, Shauna, if you win it. And then, so then after that, we basically, we had a great time. We got a chance to have some seafood. We had all kinds of different seafood.
Lobster, we had scallops, we had shrimp. What else did we have? Salmon. Yeah, I think, so we had a ton of seafood. It was delicious.
Much more meat than we usually
Yeah, much more meat than we usually would have.
We usually have meat once or twice a month.
Yeah.
You can imagine. So we had much more meat than we usually have, but it was good. And we know that we're in a different area and visiting with different types of people who live different lifestyles. So it was fine. We're not those people that turn our nose up at other people's lifestyles, or if they offer us something that we wouldn't normally eat. Unless it's something that we're like, no, that's going to cause all kinds of havoc on our
bodies.
Yeah. So we had extra kombucha and we had lots of fermented foods as well. So that's important. We know that when we're traveling and having different foods that we're not used to, that we need to
amp it up.
Amp it up. We need that extra prevention.
Yes.
Prevention.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, we basically came back, drove up north.
Drove back up.
Yeah.
North. Up,
so we stopped again at Whole Foods and had lunch there. And we're back here for a few days before we travel again.
Yeah.
So, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to say something more than yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like that, Ashley's little baby there.
Oh, yes.
It says yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. No, but it's been great being able to see family and visit and, nothing better than that.
Yeah, unfortunately, the weather hasn't been great. Like, we were hoping that usually we here on the East Coast, like it's in the summer, it's humid, which I enjoy. Usually when I say humid to people, they're like, nah, humid. But I really like the humidity, personally. And then it hasn't been really, it actually was in June here. It was just yesterday. In June, they had frost. And I was like, what is going on? And we're hot people. Like, we like hot weather. So when we go, that's why we go to LA so often, is because we love the hot weather. In the summertime, that's the hottest time of year. So we're like, we love the heat. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be going there soon. We can't wait, but
can't wait for LA.
The weather's been a bit crazy here. So we're hoping for better weather, but it didn't happen. But we still get a chance to enjoy time with family and loved ones. So it makes it all worthwhile.
It does. You're just tuning in here. At the end of the show, we're going to give away Detoxify Yourself to whoever's still with us. So stick around to the end and we'll do a draw for Detoxify Yourself. I saw a few people were just popping in there, so. And
we're going to be leaving here soon.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, like this post, like this video, that really helps us. Comments always help. And if you haven't followed our page, if you haven't followed our True Form page, you can follow our True Form page on Facebook, facebook.com/trueformlife. That certainly helps. There's been a huge decrease in the outreach for Facebook pages for whatever reason. I'm sure they have their own reasons, but it's a bit more challenging to reach larger audiences now. So then we also have a Complete Truth protein group. So we put up more nutrition stuff and more stuff about our products.
Yeah, like baking recipes with Complete Truth protein, smoothie recipes, and we just share too, like what other people are doing with Complete Truth, because you guys are very creative, right? And, we have Amber who's made bread with Complete Truth, and we have all these different things going on.
Shauna's making smoothies.
Shauna's making all these wonderful smoothies. We actually had somebody make donuts. Remember that one time?
Yeah.
With Complete Truth?
That was interesting.
So, we like to share what people are doing and how creative they're getting with the Complete Truth as well.
Shauna said, "Where's your next destination?" We're going to go. Well, we're going back to Olds, and we're going to set everything up to be away for much of the summer. So our next destination is Olds. We'll have business. We have our business to set up.
Tend to,
yeah. And then we are going to be in LA. So we travel quite a bit. So that's why we like to talk about travel tips, because we stay healthy throughout our travel, and we stick to our lifestyle with working out, being active, and eating right. So. So yeah, and then Chantel said, "Great book. I already have one."
Aw, thanks, Chantel.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chantel. And then, so what was I going to say? Oh, so all our past videos, like all of our regular videos, are going up on YouTube. So we're growing that channel. We have a new video every single morning that goes up on YouTube. So our YouTube channel is True Form Life. So we would love it if you would subscribe there. That would be very helpful and beneficial to us if you enjoy what we do.
We are working on a few new shows.
New shows that are going to be going up on YouTube. We're just going to put little clips here on Facebook and Instagram. You can't really store videos for very long on Instagram. So those full videos are going to be going up on YouTube. So you definitely want to check those out coming up. Very excited about our new project.
Yes.
And then I wanted to mention our farmers market. We have, it's funny, we met Shauna for the first time at this Olds farmers market.
Yeah, we did last summer.
So very cool, Shauna. And Shauna's with us now as a member. She posts weekly workout videos on our True Form page, so that's so awesome, Shauna. But we were at the farmers market in Olds. That's by the Cow Palace there for the last 2 weeks, and it went awesome. We have Dawn working the market. She's amazing.
She's doing such an awesome job.
Yeah, so if you were looking for CTP products, you can go. We have our book there, Detoxify Yourself, and we also have our Complete Truth Protein there. So you can go there for show specials, samples, and more information on what we do. Shauna's just said, favorite smoothie? Pear ginger. That's my favorite.
That's Drew's favorite.
I love pear ginger, Shauna.
My favorite is banana peanut butter.
Dorothy will eat anything with peanut butter.
I like peanut butter.
Lots of peanut butter.
We usually go through a lot of peanut butter.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, do you want me to get a piece of paper?
Oh, yeah.
For the draw?
Yeah.
Be right back, guys.
I can stretch out now.
Oh my gosh.
Dorothy's out of here. All right, so let us know in the comments who's still here. Just right here. You can be on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, say it right. Just write in the comments here or whatever you want to write. And then the same thing with on Facebook there. Just say I'm still here when we're going to do our draw for Detoxify Yourself. Like I said, Dorothy just did an awesome video that if you haven't seen, that's on our pages as well. And so this is a 30-day meal plan, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and GMO-free. Oh, Brandy's still here.
Hey, Brandy.
Didn't know you were still hanging with us, Brandy. Thank you for tuning in. Brandy's here on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So thanks for that, Brandy. And she's also in Dorothy's fitness classes.
In our body fit class.
Yeah. So this is a 30-day meal plan, recipes, grocery shopping list, and yeah, it talks about why we live a detox-free lifestyle or toxic-free lifestyle. So the food we cook with, the
ingredients?
The ingredients we cook with, the pots and pans we store food in, the pots and pans we store food in. I'm struggling here.
The pots and pans that we cook with, the containers we store our food in. What else? What we put on our bodies.
Yeah, what we put not just in our bodies, but what we put on our bodies. So
Drew has a section about like your mental health as well, correct? Like decluttering your mind.
This one here is The Awakening, Chapter 1. So I tell you about
Chapter 1.
The Awakening. So I talk about like real details of why things are crazy in the food industry. What's on the outside that counts. So the toxins we're putting on the outside of our body. This is mindset. I said, let your mind control your body. Healing from the inside out. Getting it done. Taking action. Becoming the artist. So that's when you get to create your own foods. This is one of my favorite chapters. The meat and potatoes, chapter 7. Minus the meat and potatoes. And that's it. It's a short book. It's about 200 pages.
I read it in a day.
Dorothy read it in a day. And I was like, what do you mean you read it in a day? It's only 150 pages. And I was like, because it took so long to write. But then that became a compliment because more and more people were like, it took me, like I read it right away. It didn't take me much time. But that's because they couldn't put it down. And because I write like I talk.
Yeah. It's very easy to read and you just can't put it down because everything that Drew is writing about is I don't know, it's just so real. So you just want to read it all.
Keep reading. Even if you have a book like Chantel, I'm not sure if you're still here, but we can still put you in the draw and you can give the book away, for example, as a gift. Yeah.
You know what my favorite page is? This is my favorite page. Page 16.
Of course it is, because she's on it.
It's my testimonial in the book, so I just talk about where I began, being, like I had huge digestion problems and, it's interesting when I look back because I actually thought I was pretty healthy, but then I didn't relate all of these digestion problems and energy. I was very much lacking energy and I had gone to the doctor. He was like, oh, you need more iron. But the iron pills were like making me vomit, like making me nauseous. And it would, anyway, so it just goes through kind of my testimonial of how when I cleaned up the way that I eat and the way that I live, it just changed my life, like made my digestion problems kind of disappear and I have more energy and voila.
You know what's funny is that I don't talk about it too often for no reason in particular. I just have forgotten about it because how we live now. But I used to have horrible digestion.
Yeah.
Or not horrible digestion. Remember those pains I had?
Mm-hmm.
I went through a stretch in my life where I would get like these excruciating pains in my stomach.
To where he wasn't even walking properly. Like he hunched over like this. It's true. Remember that
It's
one
true.
time?
I would.
One lady saw you in the library or something, and she was like, "Is Drew okay?" Like she called me or texted me after, like, "I saw Drew at the library. Is he doing okay?"
It was on a regular basis, like every couple of weeks for a number of months, like 6 months, and I could feel it coming. I would get like the sweats, like I would start sweating, and I would feel like a bit nauseous, and that like I wouldn't sleep that night, and I would go and lay in like the fetal position in the bathroom. It was crazy, like to think back, like that actually happened to me, and that's when I started. I went to the.
That started the journey of learning about GMOs and MSG.
Yeah, and then from there that went to the detoxify stuff, and I was like, I can't believe this. I have to tell other people about this. And so after I went to the doctors. The doctors couldn't find anything, of course. And then I even went to nutritionists, holistic nutritionists, naturopaths. No one, nothing. It was like it didn't even happen. So I was like, I'm going to do this myself. And that's where the book came from, because I feel like we have to take our own health into our own hands, because many times no one can do it for us. So I started to research and started to clean up my diet, and then those pains went away. Crazy, right? So I think that we can all improve our health if we put that effort into it.
Mm-hmm. So we've got Nikki, Shauna, and Brandy. If there's anyone else in here listening, we're going to do our draw. So make sure you get your name in there. Just comment here, and then we will put your name into the draw. So we're going to draw right away. So let us know if you're still here. Just fold these up.
Yeah.
No peeking.
I'm squishing them in my mouth.
Oh, he's making them super tiny.
Making them tiny.
Okay, put them in my hand.
I got to pick?
He's got to pick.
Okay. Just drop one. See if you can drop one.
Oh, did I drop one or two?
Just one.
Ooh, that worked.
Let's see. You guys get to see first. Who is that? Brandy. Brandy won last.
Brandy won last time.
That's awesome. Well, that's what happens. It's a random draw. Congrats, Brandy. Shauna said, being an advocate for your own body. So thankful for our True Form family and your health.
Aw, thanks, Shauna.
We are so thankful for you, Shauna. You've been amazing with your videos that you send us in, your constant
support
through
the likes and shares on Facebook and just everything.
In our monthly membership group. Yeah, we can't thank you enough. Brandy won last week. We were giving away Himalayan salt. We were giving a bag of Himalayan salt, and Brandy actually won our random draw last week. So there you go.
You know what they say? You've got a horseshoe up your.
Oh my.
Because Brandy likes horses.
Oh, I get it.
She's a horsey girl.
I completely missed that one.
Yeah. So, Brandy, we'll leave this at the CLC for you, right?
A book. There might be a book there.
At the CLC?
Yeah.
They
So we can call and let them know if you want to stop by.
Yeah.
Smile at the camera there. That one.
Where am I looking? This way?
Yeah, that one.
Am I smiling, guys? How do you like my smile?
Oh my gosh. Dorothy. Shit. We're wrapping up here.
Yeah. Brandy
Chantel
said Lotto Max next.
Chantel said congrats. Shauna said yay, Brandy. And then Nikki said lucky girl. Congrats. You can buy, I know it's fun to win things. That's why we give them away. But you can also purchase Detoxify Yourself. The ebook is $10, I think. And then the physical copy is $20. Or if you go to the market, you want to buy it. We have our show special at $15. So you can certainly purchase it if you want.
Pick it up at the market for $15 or you can purchase it. Where else?
That's it.
That's it.
Thanks
okay, Drew says
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We are. Are you done? Are you done? This is when Dorothy. We need to end the show because Dorothy gets a little.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. We really enjoyed sharing our travel activities or experiences with you guys and sharing our traveling tips. So we'll be back here next Friday, same time, 7:30 Mountain Time. So tune in next week and we'll have more healthy tips and tricks for you.
That's right. Thank you guys so much. We so much appreciate your support. Your likes and shares, they really mean a lot. And they're starting to mean a lot more.
Yeah.
Especially with how Facebook's platform is moving away from encouraging business pages to grow and flourish for whatever reason. So we're going to be reaching out on other platforms as well. Of course, we love our Facebook community here. We're going to keep pushing forward and doing the best we can to reach you guys and new audiences. So we'll be here on Facebook on a regular basis with our posts as well, but we're also expanding on other platforms, which is why we talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have regular videos going up on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is called True Form Life. And we have a couple new projects that are coming out this summer. We're super excited about on YouTube. So you can subscribe to our channel there. And of course, we're on Instagram as well. So that's just Drew Tadia or True Form Life if you're on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll catch you next week. Have a great weekend.
Thank you guys so much.
Mm-hmm.